is After Opie and Anthony Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Yes, sir. Jim Norton is here.
Of course.
And we are waiting on Miss Jenna Jameson.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in quite a long time.
Oh, right, because you hosted the AVNs with her.
Yeah.
Correct?
I'm assuming she'll remember me, but I don't know. I never feel I'm very memorable.
Why, Jim? Why?
I just don't.
People remember me because of my hair.
Yeah, they remember you visually.
Yeah, that's it. But that's all you need.
Yeah.
All you need is a hook.
Yeah, whatever it is, it gets them to remember you. I haven't read the book. We just got it.
Yeah, it's called Sugar, and it's basically, I think it's like Jenna's version of 50 Shades. It's like a erotica novel. It's supposed to be a porno like for women. You know what I mean? It's like written word and lusty and smoky and like 50 Shades of Grey.
I never read 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, neither did I, but we're not women, are we?
No. But they're having trouble casting that for some reason.
Yeah, the guy from Sons of Anarchy was supposed to be the lead character, whatever his name was, Mr. Grey. And then, I don't know, he dropped out. I think from what I read, he agreed to do the movie without reading the script. And then he read the script and was like, I'm not doing this.
Is it awful, you think?
Probably. I mean, from what I've heard, the book is not a well-written book. It's just like, it's so sexual. Like all these housewives just got all horned up by it. You know what I mean? So it's not that this 50 Shades of Grey was this greatly written book, but I'm assuming Sugar is a very well-written book. That's Jenna Jameson's new book.
And where was she in the...
I don't know. She should be on her way in. It'd be interesting to see what kind of state she's in, because, I don't know, she's been on Twitter lately talking about her custody issues with Tito Ortiz and their kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the latest thing she was doing, but she's been going through a lot lately. TMZ was just reporting that she lost her house.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know how much of it is true on TMZ, but we'll have her in here to ask her.
Yeah, TMZ is... Sometimes I don't know exactly how much they get right.
Right.
I don't know if they get it all right or if they just get half of it right.
But she was like... So many people were introduced to porn through Jenna Jameson. I would say the vast majority of my generation anyway, that was the first porn star that you knew what her name was. She was definitely the first kind of mainstream, other than like, I mean, Linda Lovelace, but that was more of an infamous thing.
Oh.
Lovelace? Is that
Linda Lovelace?
Lovelace?
Lovelace.
It's like, what's a 70s porn star? I'm sorry.
She's different. She's more than 70s. Linda Lovelace is kind of the one who started it all.
Yeah.
But not Linda Lovelace. That's awful.
It doesn't make a difference at this point.
It does. Linda Lovelace implies no one loved her. Linda Lovelace is her porn name.
It's erotic.
And Deep Throat wasn't even that sexy. It's okay.
Yeah, but it was probably the first time anything had reached that big of an audience that was that sort of erotic as well as being tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stupid orgasm in the throat. Yuck. I watched a little Taboo 2 last night. I was jerking off.
You love that Taboo.
Oh, my God. It's so hot.
What year was that made?
82. Curdy Stevens directed it.
And that's the one about, like...
Incest.
Right. You like that.
But I don't like incest in real life. Like the idea...
How do you know, though?
Because the idea of it repulses me. It repulses.
Apparently not.
Nah, but in the films, it's just different. It's like murder. We all like Scarface, but you don't want to go out and shoot somebody with a fucking machine gun.
We don't like jerk off to it.
So what? You still enjoy it.
Yeah. Is it the theme, or is it the two porn stars that are in there? Because you always talk about those two all the time.
No, he likes the theme.
No, it's the people, because the theme is usually done wrong. But there's one where the sister hops in the fucking bed and she's blowing the dad while the mom is sleeping. It's so hot.
But I'll bet if you had family that looked like those porn stars, you would think about it.
Nah, I have cute aunts and stuff like that, or cousins, and I can't even. No,
you can't.
No.
You like that, though, when the girl jumps into bed with her dad while the mom's sleeping?
It's so dirty.
Oh.
Because the blowjob, I like the girl so much.
Mm-hmm.
And the blowjob she's giving is so hot. It's just like this tentative looking up. Her name is Dorothy LeMay.
Yeah.
I love Dorothy LeMay.
Well, and the whole idea of it is such, like, filth. Like, she had to have a cock in her mouth so bad that she would throw all societal rules out the window.
Well, she'd already fucked her brother.
She already had done that.
Who are we waiting for?
She wasn't scheduled till 10:15, so we're still waiting for her.
Roland said she's here.
She's
I
here.
haven't brought her down. I don't know. I'll find out.
Did anybody tell Roland that we were ready?
He was here when the break was happening.
Okay.
Very strange.
I'll go find him.
So she'd already fucked her brother?
Yeah.
Oof. Travis is coming in here.
Okay.
Is she coming?
Well,
What's going on?
she's in the green room.
Why?
Okay.
They're just waking her up and getting her ready.
Oh, okay.
Waking her up?
That's what I heard.
She just got here.
Maybe she's tired.
Of what? Oh, boy.
All right, well.
Okay.
But Roland will be bringing her back momentarily.
They said waking her up?
That's what Roland told me, yeah.
Hopefully he's incorrect, because that would be...
That'd be great. Maybe she's tired.
You think?
Yeah. Long night.
Well, maybe she's got a sleep study today. Maybe she's
Absolutely.
in the same boat as you, who stayed up all night.
Oh, they're coming right now. Okay.
Oh, great.
I was going to write something down, but I'll save it for later.
Save it for later.
Yeah. That's not her. It's a black girl.
No, there's a bald black man walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know if
Taboo
it's...
2 is so hot.
I don't know if it's true, but Troy was telling me that, like, her ex-husband, owns all her shit now.
Oh, Jay?
Yeah. I mean, in, like, a bad way. Like, took all her money after they split. And all, like, the rights to her club, Jenna, and all that stuff.
They were, like, together.
Yeah, and apparently that she lost a lot of it. I mean, her house just went for, like, $1.9 million, is what TMZ said on foreclosure or whatever. The bank auctioned it off, so I don't know if she's got anything left, but she was the number one chick in the world for a hot minute.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah.
And there won't be any more like that because I think the business has changed so much
Oh, yeah.
that it's impossible.
And everything's, especially to make money and stuff.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Jenna Jameson.
Hello, Jenna.
Welcome.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
How are you? We're live on the air now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it?
Sexy.
How is everything?
Good.
Good. You got the book coming out, Sugar. That's
Do.
it's very exciting.
You think so?
I think so. It's a titillating book, is it not?
We just got it. They didn't give us time to read it.
We'd probably be wrecked if we had read it.
Yeah, it's very titillating.
It is, right? Well, you guys have figured out that the females, they like to be excited with their brains,
minds.
right?
Yes.
You can't make porno movies that will go towards all the women the way these books will. Is that right?
Exactly. I agree.
What mistake? All right, let me ask you. What mistake do men make trying to turn women on?
How are you?
I'm good. How
I
are you?
miss you.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
You know, Jim worries that he's not memorable. He was afraid you wouldn't remember him.
Well,
Are you kidding me?
Well, you
Yeah.
never know.
I am my baby.
That's so
You
sweet.
never know. Time passes. People grow apart.
Not from you, Jim.
So what mistake do you think guys make when they're trying to turn a woman on? Like, what do they do wrong?
Well, guys make a huge amount of mistakes, period. I don't think they buy books for girls. So, this book, I think, is something that a woman can read on. It can be on the in their hotel.
Right.
They can chill on their hotel. They can like relax and just read it and not worry about whether or not they're going to be judged.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is cool.
Right. There's not a great. It's just a little strawberry on the cover. It's not some graphic thing. People aren't going to get judgy.
Yeah. Are you doing okay? In general, are you all right? Because on Twitter, you seem to be a little bit unhappy, and you've been kind of, vocal about it. Are you all right?
Well, it's good to be vocal, right?
Yeah.
Get it off your chest. That's the worst. To keep it all bottled up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it helps because you speak for yourself on Twitter, which is good, and it prevents lies from being spread if you can speak for yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what was the question?
Oh, do you think it helps that you can? I was asked if you were okay. I mean, if you're doing all right, because you seem like the things that have been happening.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
You're
I'm
bummed.
super bummed. Yeah.
Why are you bummed?
I have bad ex.
Yeah.
And it's a complicated situation too, because everybody, being such public figures, everybody in the world is going to have an opinion on it, right?
Yeah.
And
But Yeah, no worries.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely. She wants to talk about the book, of course. We'll talk about it. But all right, let me ask you this about this. Is it hard when you're talking about stuff that happens in real life that's unpleasant? How hard is it to turn around and be sexy, or to put on a sexy? But seriously, like when you have to, be erotic, or you have to be a certain way.
I'm always sexy.
But I mean, is it
Even
hard to
if
get that
I'm
mindset?
sad, I'm sexy.
Yeah, you do look sexy, and you smell very good, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't want to say it's always creepy when I compliment people on their smell.
It's a little better when you do it to women, though. When the male celebrities come in and you're complimenting them on their smells, it's even creepier.
Yeah. Well, you're doing signings too, which is nice.
Yeah. That's a good stuff.
Are you signing today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow at noon, I think. I saw the ad in the Daily News.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing after all these years that you still get such a huge fan reaction for your projects? Are they still with you?
Yeah, I'm very proud of all my amazing fans.
Mm-hmm.
And are you happy? Because there's probably never going to be another person who achieves what you did, because the business is very different now than it was. And it seems like it's hard for people to become these gigantic name performers, because there's so much free stuff out there. It's like, I don't know how anybody makes...
It won't happen. It won't happen again.
It won't, right?
No, it won't. And I feel bad, but you know what? I worked my butt off, and I have turned into somebody that knows Jenna Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people know me. They know Jenna.
Well, yeah, it's a household name. We were saying before. I mean, there's a whole generation of people that the only name they know associated with the adult industry is your name. You know what I mean? It's something everybody knows. Is that are you happy to be associated with the adult industry, or do you wish you had done more mainstream stuff?
No, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you got out at the right time? Because it seems like before the mega sites all started, you got
That's
out
true.
right before that happened.
I knew exactly when to get out and when to get back in.
Is there any way to make money in the business now? It's because everything's for free on the internet.
There's
How's the
ways
money
to make
made?
money right now.
How's that?
I'm not telling
You won't? Why not?
because I'm busy making the money.
You are. You're still.
But when you went, you said you got back in. You're not performing anymore.
No.
Or did you start? Are you producing, or are you?
No.
No.
Oh, she's got secrets. She's got secrets.
But I am making good money.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's good. And I mean, and part of it is also finding other projects. You know what I mean? To be able to, outside of the adult industry, like the book, Sugar. I mean, and also, I would imagine that this book has to be helped by the fact that your autobiography was ridiculously successful.
It really was. Yeah. And this is a trilogy. So this is our first. There's going to be 2 more.
Are they written yet, or are they still?
The second is written. The third isn't finished, but I'm telling you, this one is like sex personified.
Does it help, like, when you got, like, if things are going on that aren't happy necessarily, does it help to have a project that at least is coming out that you can kind of focus on? That kind of helps sometimes, I think.
Yeah, I can focus. Yeah.
Why was the autobiography never made into a movie?
They won't pay me enough.
Is that it?
Yeah.
How much is enough?
You want to know a number?
Yeah, I mean, because there might be somebody listening who was willing to do it.
Because I mean, it was a really
It was a best-selling book.
yeah, and it was a compelling story, and you would think that would be a no-brainer.
Right. Well, I mean, my thing was I really wanted at least $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't coming close to that.
Somewhat, but
Close is not 5 million.
yeah,
Right. I understand.
yeah,
You got to set your boundaries and not pass them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So are you going to be able, do you think, to kind of straighten out what the things that are, because, I don't like to see you unhappy. It's kind of, it's not, I don't like to see it.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to straighten everything out and kind of move forward and be all right?
I don't know. Ask him.
How do people react to you kind of being public about that? Like, you say it's good to get it off your chest, but then how would you say, especially on Twitter? Because you have gone on Twitter a couple times. A few days ago you did, and kind of just brought up your kids and custody issues and issues with your ex-husband. How have people reacted to you being so public?
It's so weird how people, they talk about me saying stuff, but he's been saying stuff for months.
So is this kind of you finally responding?
Nobody really cares about what he has to say.
Do you think that, were they picking on you specifically, do you think?
I don't care. Picking? No.
Do you think they're giving you a harder time than they're giving him?
Well, he's a good liar.
Because I read a couple, it's weird how when people get mad at you, or anybody that's been in the business, the first thing they hit you with was, you used to do porn. Like, that just becomes a weapon of whenever you're talking about children
right.
and custody, immediately they start in with that. And I like the fact that you came back at them and you were like, fuck you. Like, I like that there was a harsh, that's the way you should respond to that. You didn't ignore it, and you didn't say anything phony, polite. So I think maybe that's why people are focusing a bit more on you, because you kind of, people kind of know that they're going to get a response from you.
Yeah, true. That's probably very true.
Do you regret the public honesty, or are you happy that you're kind of...
No, I will always be honest. Always.
But do you see a resolution? Because again, if you got a good project going on,
yeah,
I mean, it's like no one can say that you're not having a good professional life, because if you have a first of 3 books coming out, I mean, you definitely got stuff going on.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of things going on, but my main priority are my kids.
Of course.
Is there anybody in your life trying to get you to shut up?
No.
Everybody's happy that you're just tell the truth.
Yeah,
that's good.
I mean, the truth is where it's at.
Yeah.
You've got to be truthful. So, he'll get to the point where he feels the same way. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? I don't know as much about. Are you fighting to get them back? I mean, or
No.
Oh, you are. Okay.
How long has it been since you saw them?
A few months.
And and the issue was, she was saying on Twitter that he wouldn't let her call, he wouldn't let her FaceTime,
right? Yes.
Nothing. And so I guess you felt like nobody realized that not only were you weren't getting to talk to your children, so you had to kind of tell the world because they were hearing one side of the story. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of told a story that people don't really understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that he gets sober.
Is that the problem, do you think?
I hope he gets sober.
Okay.
And I hope he does well with his fight here soon. I just want to make sure that I am with my kids. Obviously,
at one point you were in love. At what point does this thing become the opposite of that?
There was a lot of violence, so I was
awful.
just done.
And do you think you'll be able to resolve it and take care of what you need to take care of? You do.
Yeah.
And being honest, I think again, if at least if you're talking publicly, it makes it harder for things to happen that nobody sees. If you too many people don't talk about what's going on,
yeah,
and then nobody has any idea that it's happening.
That's the thing is I feel like I'll get on Twitter because I'll get mad and I'll be like, rah, and go crazy on Twitter, and people will think I'm nuts. But in reality, it's really just me trying to tell people what is really happening, what's really going on, So it's kind of sad. I just want to see my kids. I want to be with my babies and work. my biz.
And are you allowed to see them if you like? Say you want to go and see them, or you are allowed to.
Yeah.
What's prevented you in the last few months?
Actually, he it's kind of a long story. He so he had a judge make a huge judgment against me while I was away. So I couldn't go home. I couldn't see my children. So I've been away from my home. And I haven't seen my kids for a very, very long time. I'm able to see them only 2 days a week. And they charge me $400 an hour.
You have to pay to see your kids?
Yeah.
Why do they have? Is it a supervised visit? And you have to pay for the other person to be there.
Which makes no sense.
No.
Yeah, because in a way that's saying you're unfit to be with your...
Because I've always taken care of my babies. I mean, they've always been, like, with me.
And again, I don't know all the inner workings, obviously. And I'm asking you this just, because whenever something happens, there's always my part and then there's the other person's part. There's always two. Do you look at it all and go, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I did this and I have to fix this before I can. Is there anything that you need to fix?
No.
You feel it's all coming from the other side?
I really feel like there has to be a point where him and I just relax and we're okay. It's what he's doing isn't about us. It's about he wants to fight. I don't want to fight.
Are you guys beyond? Because people have come back from, I guess, longer breakups or whatever. Is there any chance that you both find some kind of common ground and maybe?
I hope so.
I don't understand how he could get that kind of custody of the kids if, based on the stuff you're saying in terms of drug use and violence and things like that, you would think if that were true that the judge would not allow those kids to be with him, wouldn't you?
Well, what happened was I was working. I was out of town in Vegas working, and he he had some sort of I don't even know what it's called.
Is it a legal term?
Yeah. Well, so the moment I got back home, he was like, "You're not allowed back at the house. You're done. No more."
And what was that based on?
The judge.
Or what was said to the judge that may have even been bullshit?
Yeah, like what was the incident that would not allow you back in your home?
Yeah, according to them.
He said that I'm nuts.
Just generally crazy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is odd because I've taken care of my kids from the moment they were born.
And they're like 4 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you get it, and Jenna's here, obviously she's plugging her book, Sugar, which comes out, I'm guessing tomorrow, right? Tuesday. Usually books come out on Tuesday.
Yes.
And she's doing a signing at noon. We don't have the information, but it's in the Daily News today. That's how I learned about it.
Yeah.
It's such a good book.
So support, Jenna, and be nice to her and go down to the signing and say hello. And
if anybody's
get a
going to
book
be
signed.
writing about erotica, this is a brand you can trust. I
It
would
would
think.
be me.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, and you really do smell good. I've said that before, but I'll say it again. So I don't know how close people can get to you when you're signing, but you just try not to be too.
I always get that thing about smell.
Yeah,
Like,
that you smell good.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Well, it's a nice quality. It beats hearing the opposite. Right? It beats hearing that you smell like shit because I've been around enough people that do.
You kind of smell weird.
Yeah. Oh, you smell like feet.
And how quickly does a hot girl become not hot when she smells like shit?
Yeah, I can handle a little armpit odor though. I don't mind that as
Really?
much. Yeah, you don't have any. I'm saying
I don't.
no, but I'm saying in general that
you
doesn't.
smell good.
You do.
And you're filming me doing this. It's so funny.
Yeah,
It's important.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Tomorrow at noon, Barnes and Noble. That's the big Barnes and Noble here in New York. They know that there's going to be a big event. It's on 5th Avenue and 46th Street. And if you Twitter it, I'll retweet you.
You know I will.
At noon to meet Jenna and get your book signed because you haven't done as many public appearances like this lately. So it's a cool chance for fans to go down and be
Yeah.
able to say hello
Yeah.
and just taking like a look in person like we all do. Do the fans ever get kind of creepy?
Yeah, ever.
Yeah. Do they?
I had one guy. I was here a couple weeks ago, and he tried to get in my car.
You try to get in your car
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Do you have secure? I'm assuming you have a security task force with you at all times.
No, I usually just travel with my girlfriend and my friend.
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, yeah, we're gonna.
Fuck.
I was like, oh my god, no.
How'd you get him out of the car?
Yeah. How did you?
I'm mean. I can be mean.
You're okay being
Oh,
mean
really?
when you
I
need
can
to.
be mean.
Did you-
Yeah,
did you
so
s-
it's like, take your ass the other way.
Well, how often does that happen? How often do you go to signings, or even back in the day when you were going to clubs and stuff, and people think they're going to be able to go meet you and get to fuck you?
I get it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you still dance, right? Do you still?
No.
Oh, you don't. Oh, okay. When but when you would dance at one point, I'm sure you had to deal with it, like guys who were fans thinking they were going to say the one special thing that was going to lure you away, or
They were going to woo her?
yeah, or they were going to be the different guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than when a guy tries to pick up a girl and be the different guy, like say the stuff that you haven't heard. It's fairly pathetic.
Has there ever been a guy at a signing that's been able to charm you, or are you
A
in?
couple.
Really?
What'd they say? You might as well give it away now.
Yeah, it's not going to work the second
I don't
time.
know. I was young then. I was very, very young. There was one boy that I ended up hanging out with, but yeah.
Wow.
Nowadays, I'm so single and so in need of a man.
You don't want to say that. Now there's going to be 150,000 more creeps
Yeah,
showing up.
you just sold a lot more books because people are going to go and just sign it and then put their numbers in it and ask you to fucking.
So you
Okay.
you prefer being in a relationship than being single?
I just like to have sex.
Oh. Well, that seems like it'd be a lot more reasonable to accomplish. That's not that lofty of a goal.
It
I
doesn't
wouldn't
seem
think.
like that's be very difficult for you to accomplish if you wanted that. I'm sure you'd be able to find.
You're not having trouble having sex now.
I am.
How is that possible?
I think I scare guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because you're this iconic
Yeah,
sexual being.
Yeah.
that's the beauty of me. I'd tell you I'm awful going into it.
Same for you. I know you feel it.
You'd be fine with it. You'd just say, "Look, this is going to be awful, but we're going to go for it."
Oh yeah, the first thing I'd say to her, I'd be like, Jenna, don't get your hopes up. It's not going to be terrific. I'd tell you to lower all expectations. But yeah, I think that's what it is. It is scary when you're meeting somebody who's so because you're known. You've not only are you Jenna Jameson, but the guys you've slept with are fucking professional fuckers. I mean, they're
That's
good.
what
Right.
they think of. They think that there's no way they can
Yeah,
do the same thing.
we've all
So.
seen you get better than we can give, so it's like
But
it's intimidating.
I mean, it's yeah.
But does it feel like I watched? I was on one of your sets, and I've watched a few films be made.
What? Yeah.
And it seems like it's done for what's visually appealing. A lot of it is not done for what's necessarily going to feel good. Like
Exactly.
it's like what looks good is not like that, like the bouncing really fast and hard. I could never tolerate that.
That
No.
does not feel good.
It doesn't, right?
It does not feel good.
Bruises.
Yeah.
So when was the last time you had sex?
It's been about 7 months.
No.
Can you believe I'm counting?
That's crazy.
7 months.
Well, it's obviously by choice that you're very picky.
No. Well, okay.
Not that picky, huh?
No?
Not at 7 months in.
No.
You know what you ought to do to break your streak? I'm telling you, just to get yourself out of a slump.
Tyler, what do you think? You have an idea?
Sometimes if you pick off a comedian, it's the best way to break yourself out of a slump because then your confidence is right back through the roof.
Do you know any or?
I'm just saying in general.
Oh.
Not thinking anybody in particular.
Just,
That's the biggest laugh we got out of Jenna.
it's the most absurd premise.
It really is. I couldn't have said anything more ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Have you ever been charmed in an interview and then end up going home with them?
I haven't, but I leave things open.
Well, it's got to be hard too for you because it's like if a guy's worth a lot of money, like he never knows why someone's talking to him. You never know if you're with a guy, is he like, or is he talking to you, or is it only, hey, I love her from movies and I'm listening to nothing she says and I only care about her as this
That's
movie.
exactly how I feel.
So how do you tell the difference?
I don't. I don't know.
It's hard.
I don't know. I kind of just move around if I think he's sexy. I'm kind of into beards right now.
They're very in style.
Are they?
Beards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now after you just said that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Nobody was shaving.
yeah. I like a guy with beards. And you're thin.
Oh,
Why are you
thank
so
you.
Thin?
I was just an unpleasant fat body. So I started working out.
You got so thin on me, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just really unhappy with how I looked. I see photos of us from 2000. It was January of 2004, and I'm just it's the worst picture of me. You look fucking amazing, and I'm just a fathead. It's a humiliating photo that we have together.
Jenny, you've lost a lot of weight too.
Actually, I've gained weight.
Well, you lost a
As
lot.
You can see,
Let me see.
Oh, booty.
Oh, I
Wow.
see it. Whoa. There is some booty
It
going
looks
on.
very
there.
nice.
Yeah.
Gained some weight.
Are you more comfortable when you have a booty?
Yeah, I like weight.
I'm
think
more
boys
comfortable when you have a
like
booty
weight.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a nice hiney.
Yeah.
Yeah, very pleasant.
Yeah, especially a woman who's proud of it.
Yeah, nice round boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Big
trying not to look, but yeah, they are.
booty.
It's nice to have a. There's nothing worse than somebody who has like just a flat, awful ass.
Well,
Oh.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Do you
Nice and round.
do you work it out specifically?
I do.
What do you do?
I work really hard. Weights.
On the ass aerobics. You know how to get it done.
Would you say
Ass aerobics. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So you don't have. You. I don't believe you're having trouble meeting a guy. I think that you just can't find someone you like. 'Cause, you know.
Yeah, I think, I'm still kind of figuring out what's going on.
And you want to be.
after.
Are you actually divorced now or just separate? I don't even know the.
Divorced.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Well, that's the other intimidating thing is that you've been, people know the guys that you've been with. So whether it's Tito, who's a professional fighter, whether it's a rock star, whether it's, all these guys are like, how does the typical dude live up to that,
Yeah.
And you might be bored with the regular guy.
That's what I was thinking too.
Like, not necessarily because.
I'd be so much happier with a regular guy.
But could you adapt to a regular guy lifestyle? I went apple picking this weekend, and that was the highlight.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that.
You think so?
If a guy
I don't
wanted you to
know.
make meatloaf, like, hey, come on, Jen, I'll be home in a half hour. I'm tired from work.
Yeah.
Gonna make a meatloaf? You'd hate that.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Right. You still,
You guys got all sad really quick. No, I can do that. I want
because there's still
a real life.
You want a real life, and you want to be. I mean, you're away from the business pretty much. I mean, other than, do you still have any attachment at all? Like, or
Nope.
you don't go to the events?
Nope.
You have no desire. Do you miss the people at all? Are there any of the people that you kind of miss? No. It left a really bad thing for you. Bad taste.
No, not really. It was just time for me to leave.
And that's it. You didn't leave with any friends in the business. You just kind of left them.
It was just time for me to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was time. I mean, you can only do it for so long. You can't be like 20 and pounding your life away, and then 40 comes around.
Right. And your life's been pounded away.
Right.
You did it.
So I was like, all right, it's time. It's time.
It's time to get out.
Yeah.
Do you still keep is there anything, are you competitive at all? Like, do you look at young porno stars now and thinking, oh, I don't want her to be as famous as I was. You don't care.
Yeah. More power to them.
Yeah, none of them will get the name. I mean, Belladonna had a huge name, and there's a few
love
girls.
Bella.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Yeah.
But most of them, will never even get close, especially in this day and age. It's not going to happen.
The turnover is ridiculous now.
Yeah,
Just a new girl every 3 months.
You're one of the few. I see a lot of people that get out of it that are very, very in very bad shape, and you're one of the few examples I can give of people who got out absolutely on top and absolutely in a good place. And
Without my crying.
that's all right. I cry sometimes. Well, I cried watching Gravity.
Me too.
I did. I'm the worst.
Me too.
I bought the backstory. I was all sad and shit.
You were?
Yeah. I'm a fucking blubbering zilch.
Okay, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, no, it happens. And, I hope that the things work out for you. I don't like to see you, unhappy. But, and we wouldn't have mentioned any of the stuff. But, again, it's been very much talked about on Twitter. And, it's
very
better to hear your side of it.
Do you still like to party? When it's time to party, go out at night.
Actually, I'm sober.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
So when was the last time you did any drugs or whatever?
Oh, it's been 7 years.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
And that's everything? That's alcohol, pills, the whole deal?
Oh, beer here and there.
Oh,
but, but other than that, no.
Nothing
Where are you
else.
living? Are you on the West Coast?
Newport.
I thought you were in. I think every time I'm in Arizona. How long? This is how fucking out of the loop I am. How long since you lived in Arizona?
Oh, it's been a while.
Oh, it has been. Okay. Someone was like, "Yeah, Jenna lives around here," but you don't. So I'm glad I didn't try to look you up. Would have felt like a fucking idiot going to the wrong house. So you want to get your kids back, and you want to get things on track, and move forward, and
I would think
find a guy.
California, though, might be a little. That's probably a more difficult place for you to maintain this sober lifestyle. I would think there's a lot because there's so much going on. You go to Arizona and you can chill out.
Yeah.
Or a place like Arizona, you could go to Maine and chill out. It doesn't have to be Arizona.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Super easy for me.
Yeah.
Isn't in California? I would think would be a little bit more, little better with splitting things up. Like, you know what I mean? If you're having this trouble, I'm surprised it's in California because California seems like they're a little bit more, even-handed with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're in the process of writing it and getting it back to where you want it to be, and getting everything okay.
And the book is called Sugar, by the way. It's Jenna Jameson with Hope Tarr. How much did Hope do?
She's amazing.
She is.
Yeah.
What was it? Kind of your
book
ideas?
Is all about sex.
Fucking.
Like, boom.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to play around when it comes to real sex.
Yeah.
This is it.
That's the one.
Yeah.
All right. And she's doing a signing
tomorrow noon at the big Barnes & Noble here on 5th Avenue, and I crumpled it up. I want to say 46th Street. But there will be a line. Don't be an asshole and get there at 5 to 12 and expect to march up and hug Jenna. Don't be a fucking fool.
Have you done any signings yet?
My first one.
Yeah.
Expectations high?
It should be huge.
I think so too.
Last time I saw you at a signing was I was doing something for AVN in 2007, and you were there, whatever it was. It might have been your last time. and the line was fucking astronomical.
Insane, right?
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
really, really wrapped around a few times.
When you're an assignment, just because of what you do for a living, and I don't know what you would take pride in or not, when somebody tells you that they masturbate to you, is this a compliment?
You know, it's funny. I was talking to my girlfriend about that. I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to. Should I say thank you?
I would think so. I mean, that's the mission, right? Is to have guys jerking off to what you're doing when you were doing that.
Like, thanks, baby.
Yeah, and that's great. Then they'll go home and jerk off to you calling them
Or
baby.
be like, what?
Yeah, I didn't want the visual.
Yeah, you should,
Yeah.
Or no, if you're in public, if you're in a store or something, and they say that, you should say, "Show me." Let's see it, tough guy.
Yeah, right. Prove it.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I'm gonna stick with thank you.
Yeah,
it's probably
or
safer.
mention or really creep them out and mention the Lord in Scripture. No guy wants to hear that. No guy wants to hear that.
Yeah, while Jesus was watching, you did that.
Yeah.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah, I jerk off to you. Well, according to Scripture, that's a sin.
Right.
Oh, boo.
Indeed. Well, Jenna, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know,
It was, I'm happy you came.
good luck with everything, and getting the kids back and maintaining sobriety, and the book Sugar.
Thank you.
Everybody go out and buy it. So
Thank you.
yeah, that's it. Ron and Fez are coming up next.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Opie and Anthony show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey.
Alright, well that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.